Hey, healthy people. Well, I forgot to put the light on. This light kind of works too. Look, now I look like I'm being interrogated. Let's go with the lower light because you can see I'm tired. Um, y'all gonna hear the beep from my smoke alarm or smoke detector, whatever. I think it needs to be changed. It just started like yesterday, I think, when I was leaving, and then obviously I didn't even pay attention to it until I feel like it didn't start again until this morning. I could have just been in deep sleep. I don't know, but it's so funny because I sometimes, like I said, when I started doing this January 1, well, prior to during the holiday break, I was like, it was just on my heart to step outside of my comfort zone. I'm so tired. Not only is this coconut oil got my eyes blurry, like I'm sleepy. I went to bed later than I thought. I told my girlfriends I'm going to bed early. That didn't happen. But anyway, so I was like, step outside my comfort zone. I always say I'm shy. People don't believe me. I said I'm gonna stop saying it because words speak life or death. But I'm more of a behind the scenes person. Put it like that. Unless I know you, then you're like, okay, you're not shy at all. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do these videos to get people to journal or whatnot, and show them that yeah, it's a little sacrifice. You either gotta wake up early or do it at the end of the day. Whatever you do, you just gotta get your 3 minutes in. Um, and I was just like, I just thought about everything like, oh, does that mean I have to have my hair done each time and makeup on and lighting and all these other things? And I was just like, but that's not even who I am. Like none of that. And it's just so crazy. I don't know. I know what I want to say, but I'm always like not trying to judge or step on people's toes. So I just, cause I'm anyone knows me. I'm like, you like it, I love it. If it don't bother me in my house, that's what you do. It has no bearings over here. But I was thinking about my little thing beeping, and I'm like, but you know what? That's the reality of things. My room, all of the room, well, my kids' rooms are actually more decorated than mine. All of the rooms, none of the rooms got painted. I had like a headboard and stuff, but it was taking up so much room, and I couldn't work out because I had a larger bed, and so I got rid of it. Just little things like that. I mean, my robe, I got two robes on because it's a little bit cold here today, so y'all know I was struggling with my hair yesterday. And the funny thing is, I cut a lot of it out. Like throughout the day, it was so frustrating. I felt like I had a Jerry curl. I'm gonna show y'all this picture of when I was like 7 and I had this Jerry curl. My kids say I look like Prince. Felt just like that the entire day. And then last night I was like, oh my god, my hair is bothering me. So I sprayed it with the spray bottle, and those ends kind of went back to normal. I was like, I probably cut out a lot of my hair for no reason. It probably just needed a little bit of water to bring it back to life. But I'm kind of thinking about a chop. I'm thinking about a perm. I'm thinking about a lot of things with my head. I'm just over it. But I guess in the meantime, I'll put it up in the two strand twist like I've been saying for the end of the year. We'll cut a lot of it out, a lot of the dead ends there, and just start new. Right, it's hair. It grows back. As with anything, you cut the dead ends. It gives you more life. So I just kind of rambled for 3 minutes of your time. But today our general question is, do you have professional and personal boundaries? If yes, what are they? And if no, like, why not? I think boundaries is like a hot topic word right now, but I think it's basically, do you say no when you need to? Do you protect yourself? And some people do that, some people don't recently. And what happens is when you don't do that, like, shit just magnifies. And so it sucks because I recently had to set boundaries. Um, so one of the things I laugh like that is because I'm trying to be very transparent because of not what I'm pushing or what I'm selling, but because of what I believe in. So what happened was, I don't even know how far I want to go into this, but basically what happened was probably 4 years ago now, because I say 2 to 3, so probably 4. I'm gonna get some exact dates. When I quit my job, I'm like, God, what do I do? Because I'm so depressed. I was dating my ex, so I was just all in love with it. It was no good for me. It was toxic. Um, you know, I started trying to love myself, which I did. And some of the things that I started doing was working out every day and praying and journaling and all these things. So I started trying to share that with people because I realized like a lot of pain that we go through and a lot of bad mistakes we make is because of lack of self-love. And people say love yourself, but they don't tell you how to do that. So that's what happens in lifestyles is it's like take care of yourself in these 5 lifestyle areas, but I'm gonna add 2 to them. Um, take care of yourself, and then all of that goodness will come in. And I can honestly say that the shit works because one of the things is for me and most women, it manifests itself in relationships and men. And so I had married the counterfeit. Even then, it didn't. But when I married him, I think I wanted to be married. That was the one thing. I manifested him, marry him, and divorce him. I wanted to be married. He came in the exact package. I can show y'all the journal entries of him before I even met him. And then I was still barely kind of healing. And I wasn't listening to my gut. So there were some things there that I should have done, but I'd rather have been married than listen to my gut. So he was another learning lesson. Don't hate him at all. Just don't mess with him. I was going to say just don't F with him in another way, but don't hate him at all. And I say all that to say this. I can honestly say that over this 4 year, however many year period, like I could see the growth because it's just crazy. Like, so now y'all know I started dating again. Like I could just see it, and I can't even entertain it. Like that's the coldest part because I'm like, oh, I'm always getting into trouble. Oh, it'll just be fun for a little bit. Then the next thing I know, it's just all out of hand. And now I'm just like, my little radars is up, and I just from the bottom of my soul, I don't have time for it. I don't even want it. I'm definitely being obedient, which leads me up to my boundaries, right? So setting boundaries, don't give a crap. It's not my favorite word. The S word is if I just don't care. But so I say all that to say this, people, guys, my girlfriends, everyone always say like I'm cold hearted. Not meaning that I won't give you the shirt off my back, meaning like she has her expectations. That's what it is. She's not gonna fold, and she's gonna hold you accountable. And that's pretty much probably true. Um, and I'm working on that. And I do want to work on relationships with my girlfriends, with the men in my life, because not all the men in my life suck. I'm just, I do have my expectations and stuff like that. And so recently, the transparent part, which I was debating, should I say it or not? Because that person has their life. I'm never the victim. So let's make that real clear. But I want you guys to know, like, I'm so human. But you probably like, yeah, of course you are. You don't live like you're not. So a lot of things I don't share that I have accomplished, that I have, and things like that. But on a human level, like, people say like, but you wake up early and it's easy for you, blah, blah. I have 3 kids, like, that I actively parent. I'm always like, oh, it's football weekend, or oh, I gotta go to a conference, or I'm getting them in college. So I have 3 kids that I'm in their lives and all these other things. And I work 2 jobs. And I was in school for my second master's. So all of this is really just discipline, and I want it more than I don't. But recently I had to, the transparent part, as y'all can see, I'm like rambling. Um, got into it with my oldest son. Got into a disagreement, got into a lesson with my oldest son. So now all the expectations, all of the she wants what she wants, I'm gonna get emotional. All those things went out the window because this is my kid. Like this is my dude. Like I can't even explain my love for him. So I say all that to say this. I had to set boundaries with him. Boundaries that probably should have been set before. And it wouldn't have escalated to this point. But not only that, the whole lesson inside of it, it just taught me so much about me and relationships and like how I come off, and a lot of the ways, the coldness or the like, this is what she wants, blah 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 blah. That's just my strength because um if you listen to me, you follow my story, if you have my books, you can see like a little snippet of my childhood and their dad, being married to him, which he was a cool dude. We were just so young. We were so young, we just didn't know ourselves and stuff like that. Anyway, so a lot of that's my strength to propel myself from starting all over to having to raise 3 kids, and teaching them about a whole bunch of stuff that's their reality. Um, and so that's what that is. But it really taught me, like, is that the best way to go about it with certain people? Maybe in some instances it is, but and not in all. So, it's like she said, you actually can do things a little bit differently and it will be okay. And that is crazy because God knew that I was not going to vote for nobody but them. Like, and it's not even like a game. It's not even like, oh, I'm trying to be hard. Like, I don't want to say I didn't give a shit, but I just, you know, didn't give a shit. But for them, it was one of those things. And probably I got a few girlfriends that I probably would check myself on. But anyways, it was just really so so boundaries, if they go unchecked and you don't set them immediately, or if you don't basically you allow certain things to continue, then it's going to blow up. Um, Even at work, like, people might be asking you to do a lot of extra hours and you're like, hold up, like, no. You have to do those things unless you're trying to move up and that's what you want to do. But your boundaries, what's best for you and things like that. I keep looking at this picture over here. So that's what happens with boundaries. That's why they're important. And people don't like it. And setting them also is uncomfortable. When I had to set those boundaries, y'all, I was in a little slump. Like, Jesus, like I'm gonna let everybody have their way, and I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do, and leave it at that. I don't want to make this person mad because they really didn't do nothing, but hey, that was my boundary. But it wasn't really bad. I could keep going and let it get worse. With my kid, I could not set the boundaries and then allow him to, and then not parent him, because now I'm parenting and it's uncomfortable because it's like I'm parenting and he's pissed because he's a kid. That's what he's supposed to do. But I could be like, oh, okay, fine. But I can't do that because you grow up and you're going to be somebody's husband, somebody's mate. You're going to be a member of society. So all of these different things I say, have your boundaries, set your boundaries, know your boundaries. If you don't know those things, sit down and make a list of like, what are your deal breakers? What do you deserve? What is your worth? What can't you tolerate? And why? Why? Are you just being a jerk? Or is that some real, like, this is my expectations from people? And yes, I'm not going to every birthday party this Saturday because I need my sleep. You know what I mean? Everybody know I'll be up in the house like I can't do it. So I'm wishing y'all healthier, happy habits. I'm going to journal because I really need to dig deeper into my own boundaries. I know what some of them are, and some I don't know what they are until it happens, and then sometimes that's too late. All right, y'all. Sorry I took too much of your time. Wishing you healthier, happier habits.